Lucy and Nick, Merry Christmas you guys. This is the final part of your present, how to make picture frames, and this is the stuff you need that you received, and this is just a quick tutorial on how to do it. Beer is the first one, your staple gun that you'll need, your mitre box, which is used to make mitre joints. Go through here at any angle, put the timber in, Bob's your uncle. You got one of them. Timber for the frame. The amount of timber you'll need is about 1.5 times the outer area of the picture that you're trying to frame. So just measure all 4 sides, add a half, and then go to Bunnings or somewhere and buy your timber. This is a pretty good bit to use. It's 4 centimetres by 2 centimetres. Pine, it's about $4 per metre, so it's not expensive at all. That's probably a good way to go. This is optional, it's a square. Just helps you set it out once we're finished. You don't necessarily need that. You need a ruler or Stanley thing that does this. Momentarily forgotten what they're called, but you'll need one of them. And some builder's twine to hang it up with at the end. That's first. Whew. Well, I'm back and I've composed myself after forgetting that this is a measuring tape. And that's what we're going to use now. So you take whatever you're going to frame. In this case we've got some Aboriginal art. And just measure it up. Yeah, well, I've measured it up, and our picture here is 55.5 centimetres that way by 43 centimetres that way. And now what's important is just to kind of draw a picture. It's what I always do, because otherwise I get lost. Just because that's the measurements, that's not necessarily what you cut the timber out at. We have a bit of timber across the top and the bottom at the full 55.5 centimetre width. However, the bits that join will not be the full 43 centimetres width, because they have to take into account just how wide these bits of timber are, which happens to be 4.2 centimetres. So taking away 8.4 centimetres gives you 34.4 centimetres. So I've gone and cut 2 bits of timber at 34.4 centimetres. and 2 bits at 55.5. So there's only 2 more steps and then you're pretty much laughing. So you get your 2 longer bits, your 2 shorter bits. I'm just doing square joints here. That's the easy way, and with a little bit of bracing that I'll show you in a minute, it's absolutely all you need and a lot easier. This is where you grab your staple gun. Just start with one. I'm actually not even going to use the set square. The timber is fairly square in itself. Make sure it's lined up, and you can put... So whilst that's like that, you can turn it over and just do the other side. I normally then just grab a hammer and tap them right in so they're flush. And that way it stops them showing as the canvas gets pulled over the top. Now, because we did square joints here and not mitre joints, the one thing I do is get 2 bits of timber, and it actually doesn't matter what size they are. Long, short. This one and this one will do. I use the mitre tool to cut 2 45-degree angles and just push it in to wherever it fits, and that just braces things off. So the final step in the frame is just to take the 2 randomly sized bits of timber you cut with 45-degree angles, sit them in and just jiggle them around till they fit flush on both ends and staple it in. There, rock solid frame. The next step is to grab your fantastic bit of art, turn it over, put this bit on top. This bit's just trial and error, where you'll work your way around. Depends how you want to do it. Sometimes you can bring the material so the picture, for example, comes right to the wall. We're not going to do that for this one because this is a nice black colour. So I'm looking just for the art to start just on the edge. And you go around and move it till it just appears. And then you just got to check the sides, and that's just a bit of trial and error. So I've lined this up fairly well. The way you start is traditionally you start in the middles and work your way out. So for your first ones, they don't need to be pulled too tight, because up there, that'll do it. And just put a staple in and it's that easy. So I'm just going to move around, and about every 5 or so centimetres you stick a staple in. I just realised I didn't show you how I did the corners here. So this is one of the corners that I've got here. The trick I have is pull it tight on one edge, tuck it in. That's a 45-degree angle that you make there. So it comes out tight against here. And then you can fold it down. So it looks a little like that, but with enough staples in, no one ever notices that. And that's our go, you guys. Bit of builder's twine to hang it with. That goes just above half. Pull it moderately tight, staple, fold it back, staple it again. There you got yourself your painting. Merry Christmas!